Welcome, Capricorn, to your Capricorn June 2021 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel Saint James, for those who are stopping by for the first time, and the subscribers. Great to see you again. Much love and affection to you. I look forward to seeing you each month. Now, by the way, I've had the great pleasure of doing some one-on-one clairvoyant readings for some of you Capricorn gentlemen and ladies in the course of the last month. You know who you are. And if you'd like to have a one-on-one personal clairvoyant reading with me, just check out the information that's in the description box below, and you can see how easy it is for that to happen from anywhere in the world. Have a look at the website anyway, because I think there's a lot of information about the subject there, which I've put in there, which I think you'll find interesting. Now, what we're going to do is, now you and I, we usually just draw 5 cards, don't we? Because don't you find that 5 is all we need to get exactly what is going to be necessary to know for the month? And each of the 5 cards is jam-packed full of information, so no point taking a lot more than that. Now, speaking of 5s, there's the 5 of Cups. This is a medieval deck. It's a sort of a European, Western European, maybe even Central European medieval artwork deck here. I think you'll find it quite captivating, actually. You probably haven't seen it before. I doubt it. Anyway, there's the Wheel of Fortune. That was the 9 of Coins. Actually beautiful, beautiful, fascinating, kind of creepy, in a way, artwork as well. The astrology is going to be quite important in this reading, so I'll be talking about there. There's the 9 of Swords for you, Capricorn. And let's see what else there is here. So the 9 of Coins, 9s, you see, you've got 9s in the Wheel of Fortune. What else is there here? And Major Arcana number 11 being the Strength card. Now, you'll see what I mean about the medieval artwork when you come and sit down here next to me now. We'll have a good close look at it together while I do the reading for you. Right, now, can you see these? Let me have a... Oh, well, it's very clear to me what's happening. These are cards of disappointment here. Now, this is not a sentence view for this month, incidentally, but this is something which is, because it's balanced by so much good stuff which is occurring on this side. So it's very apparent to me after many years of doing this that the Spirit is saying to you, remember that there have been difficult periods in your life. You have got through them, but understand them so that when they come again, you'll know how to deal with them. And I'm going to turn firstly to this 5 of Cups, because this was drawn first. Now, this often refers to disappointments that we've had, sometimes in personal relationships and sometimes in material affairs, but what may be. Now, it does signal that there has perhaps been for you a time of deep loss and disappointment, but it has brought the opportunity to heal and transform pain into hope and promise. Now, whether that's been a material loss like money, possessions, work, a person or a relationship, or a non-material loss such as your aspirations, ambitions, expectations, or opportunities, whether they're big or small, there is a part of you that has departed, bringing sorrow. As you try to grasp what has happened, sadness becomes your focus, and you need to fill the dark void of loss, don't you? And that can become overwhelming. Well, the trick here is to use the following 5 steps. First, to acknowledge your loss. Second, to locate the cause of the pain and embrace the emotions. Third, forgive others and forgive yourself. Fourth, accept the loss and begin to heal. And 5, allow the Spirit to fill your heart with light to empower your total being. The gift of this 5 of Cups transforms your perception, bringing renewal and seeing life in a whole new light. Now, let me just pull it out a bit here so we can see it. There it is. Now, it may well be that with the Five of Cups, something that you held very dear has left. Expectations did not unfold as hoped for. Disappointment in relationships, whether it's in love or friends or work, is an aspect of this Five of Cups that can have left you feeling betrayed, alone, fragile, vulnerable, or even depressed. So take time to reevaluate and understand what created the situation or disappointment. Possibly the choices or actions that you have made or taken are responsible for what you have experienced, leaving you with regret and guilt. Perhaps people or life have brought some great injustice to you, and your focus keeps cycling back to this pain, stunting the evolution of emotional fulfillment. It's as if you were a ship on the sea and you dropped anchor at that point, and then when you try to sail forward, you can no longer move forward because the anchor is still in place. You need to cut that anchor rope. The Five of Cups really offers two choices. You can either focus on the three areas of loss, sadness, and disappointment, staying in the place of sorrow and regret. Or your perspective can shift from the painful past experiences to embrace full cups of light, stability, love, and new beginning. The challenge of the Five of Cups is to learn to trust your heart again. The heart is an incredible organ, both physically and energetically. It can transform pain and grief if you allow the emotions to be confronted and embraced by the heart. Tears release negative emotions, cleansing sadness, neutralizing it and releasing it. Within your heart is a special garden of remembrance where it holds all experiences, honoring each one for the lessons and gifts that came from them. With each gift, your heart and life become fuller, healing and shining the light to a brighter future. Now, the Five of Cups does, it has to be said by me, I think, have some tough lessons associated with it, but it gives you a chance to emotionally cleanse, to let go, and transform past patterns that lead to struggles and disappointment. Maybe it's time for you to grow a new heart. Let go of the past. Regretting past actions will only throw you into a tailspin of repeating unsupportive emotional patterns. So let this Five of Cups help shift your perspective from despair to peace. Now, the other card I want to look at before we get onto all the really good stuff is this Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords, medieval art can be quite graphic, can't it? Yeah, it can be quite graphic. This is Mars in the second decan of Gemini, astrologically, and the one-pointed nature of Mars doesn't sit well with the scattered energy of Gemini. Now, this energy can enter late at night when you are feeling most vulnerable. Guilt, worry, anxiety, sorrow, and suffering torture you, leaving you alone, locked in your personal prison where isolation and loneliness prevail. At least this is how you might sometimes be thinking about things or have thought about things in the past. Now, your inner demons haunt you with fear and doubt, don't they, causing emotional pain and anguish? The Nine of Swords is the epitome of the dark night of the soul. But the key to the Nine of Swords is to recognize, confront, and work through your pain, be it through meditation or prayer. And when you pray, don't use words. Just set an intention, clear your mind, and let things happen. Remember, you are not alone, and you are loved for exactly whom you are. You are a soldier of the light and need to forever follow that loving light. Let me pull that out a bit there. Now, it can sometimes be that with the Nine of Swords that we've created a sort of a personal dungeon. All the negative actions or thoughts that we have suppressed and avoided come back full circle to haunt us. These thought patterns and actions have maybe imprisoned you in a web of circumstances where it seems impossible to free yourself. The mind, the ego, is being tortured with no apparent escape. Now, your first instinct probably is to blame others or circumstances for your situation, but hiding behind that dark shield won't work anymore. The Spirit has brought you to your knees to face your personal demons, putting you back on the path of love and light. It is time to confront these dark places and demons, neutralize them by shifting your focus from negative thinking to a higher consciousness. Now, the Nine of Swords symbolizes, I think, any circumstances that trouble your heart and mind, signaling a time of retreating from the outer world as you process worry, deep grief, or loss. It's time for releasing pain and cleansing the soul and the heart now, so healing can occur. The lost part in your heart can never be filled, but with time, if you allow yourself to be in the light of love, your heart will open again and you will truly grow a new heart. You are here to heal your karma and bring light and strength into your mind, soul, body. With healing comes the intuitive knowledge of your purpose and how it impacts the entire web of creation. Once you have really accomplished and understood this, you'll begin to follow your destiny, learning how you can use your God-given talents to help yourself and those that are around you. Well, shall we have a look at the central energy, which is that of the Wheel of Fortune? Let's have a look at it. There it is. Love the artwork on this stuff. Now, I think for you, the Wheel of Fortune represents the ever-changing cycle in your life. Your life is in constant motion, isn't it? Revolving around the ups and downs that life hands you. No moment ever stays the same. Just as you were getting comfortable, the wheel turns, doesn't it? And you are moving towards another situation, sometimes good, sometimes not so good. And at times you may think that the wheel is stuck because the bad luck, funk, has been visiting way too long. You have to remember the Wheel of Fortune is also the karmic wheel of fate. So on the multi-levels of lifetimes, one may be paying a bigger bill this time around than another. Eventually, though, the wheel does shift. Sometimes you just don't recognize it because you are so wound up in what you think should happen. Now let me pull this out a bit so we can see it in the context of the others. There it is, but still, see it. There it is. Now, it's good to know where you are on the Wheel of Fortune. Are you at the bottom, going up, or are you at the top, ready to cycle on yet another journey of transition? What you want to remember is that your present actions will affect your life and that of others now and in the future. The Wheel of Fortune spins those actions around, creating your fate. You never know when a good or not so good deed will come around to greet you once again. The Wheel of Fortune represents cause and effect. One of the lessons of the Wheel of Fortune is to be able to stay in the hub of the wheel, stay in the center of the wheel there. Because no matter what confronts you, if you stay centered and you are able to act from a place of balance rather than a place of reactionary emotions, then things are going to turn out well for you. Because when you are centered or in your hub, you are aware of your strengths and weaknesses, your limits and boundaries, doing the best that you can with what you've got. Now, you may not be in control of circumstances. None of us really are at any time, are we? But you can be in control of how you deal with them. The Wheel of Fortune is the ever-turning cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Now, its number here is 10, and 10 often represents the end or completion of something, as well as the beginning of something new. It represents unexpected encounters and twists of fate. You never know what is around the corner. The Wheel of Fortune brings gifts of movement, change, good fortune, success, karmic reward coming into your destiny. This is also a time where there is a turning point in your life and things are going to start moving forward for you. And if miracles are not occurring in your life, then something is wrong. This is a very, very good energy. Well, let's have a look at the 9 of Coins. Here we go here. What's this 9 of Coins? It looks like a merchant coming up to see a lady at the door of her castle. Almost like a door-to-door salesman, or in those days he would have been a drawbridge to drawbridge salesman, I suppose, peddling his wares. Well, this is Saturn in Virgo, really good, because Saturn is about form and moving things along in a proper and detailed way, and of course that's one of the great attributes of Virgo. Now this 9 of Coins here brings breakthrough and change in consciousness. You are moving away from fear-based behavior, understanding how to acknowledge your true wealth, your inner wealth, with a full heart and full life. The 3 trinities of love, nature, will, humanity, wisdom, the higher self, they've unified, working through energy of your heart. The 9 of Coins brings success to you, possibly a promotion, gain in all the areas of your life. There's a material improvement and good fortune going here. A goal has been accomplished. You are recognizing and experiencing your inherent abilities, allowing yourself to view a new horizon of possibilities. The magical journey begins. Now, the key to this 9 of Pentacles is balancing your soul purpose with the collective consciousness. Let's have a look at him there. Now, in doing that, you'll be learning to prioritize, set limits and boundaries for yourself with dedication when making choices and seeking goals, because the gift of this card is being blessed with abundance, but also knowing the inner wealth of your soul is more important than material gains. Now, with the 9 of Coins, a sense of peace and accomplishment shine around you. The material gain you've earned came through dedication, commitment, self-discipline, sacrifice, trust, and sometimes through hard times, has it not? Or overcoming hard times, being able to move on. You've gained a certain maturity and peace, knowing that you have done your best. The Nine of Coins brings sometimes solitude, having you look at issues of self-worth and independence. Do you wish to be alone, or is that where your work, life, or relationship choices place you? And if that's the case, enjoy it. The solitude and security you have will help you get clarity, ground, and plan your next move, your next choice to the next stage in your life. Now, I think that with you this month, with this Nine of Coins, I think you're beginning to realize your life's purpose. You act from a place of grace and gratitude with the awareness of your personal value. Secure and confident, you no longer need the approval of others to make you feel worthy. You are now making choices with integrity to your heart and soul. The beautiful sanctuary you created is abundant with things that you love and appreciate. You have grounded and seeded your heart energy, unfolding it into a special garden that only you could create. The wealth of your soul has and is manifested in your daily life. Now, when this Nine of Coins comes your way, you understand the abundance that comes when your heart, will, and spirit work with the earth's energy all in alignment. Your heart is full. Your life is full. You are at peace with yourself and all that is around you. Well, that only leaves us, I think, one more to do, which is strength. Let's have a look at it. Gee. It's a medieval dentist by the looks of things. Now, let's have a look here. Well, obviously, there's a lot of Leo around this. The sun is the ruler of Leo, and here is the lion. And the woman, unperturbed, places her hand in the lion's mouth. Well, this energy here is putting you on the threshold of discovery, testing your faith, truth, and courage. It tests your integrity and stamina when difficult or challenging situations arise. Strength works from the truest form of self-love and knowing the soul self. It awakens your instinctual nature, igniting your soul into creative energy, adventure, passion, and love for life. Now, your human instincts and your spiritual intuition, they work together, creating and enforcing the inner strength to follow your bliss. This number here, number 11, to me, that is one of the master numbers in numerology, and it speaks of abundance, manifestation, and karma. Now, when your inner strength shines through, don't do it too much, there it is. You are radiant with a lust for life. It releases your passion. Your heart is open, full, and strong. The strength of love and compassion flow from you without expectation. The faith and trust you have in yourself and your abilities unfold into creative opening you really to the awe and wonder of the world and cosmos. The fears that once kept you trapped melt away. You see, they're melting away. When you live your life in the present, you see through the soul of the strength card, You are not living life through the reactive ego strength, but from the instinctual, compassionate, intuitive strength. You understand you, nature, the world, and the divine are one. Strength brings patience and a still point of view life from a holistic and collective perspective. This card, I think, is encouraging you to begin the process of self-discovery by stretching the mind, heart, and soul to open and trust. You can then move forward, living your life creatively and authentically in the ever-changing world. Strength whispers to you, the time is now. Your life experience is now. Make a move. And you have a choice to stay safe, although you are never safe from change, as we know from this. Or you have a choice to embrace life and all of its experiences, taking the good with the bad, seeing the possibilities and potentials of both, knowing that with every experience there is an opportunity to learn and expand beyond the present situation. Now, uncertainty can bring feelings of resistance that unfold into fear. Uncertainty is part of being human, yet it can teach you to bring your courage, trust, and faith to the table. Whatever decision, change, or challenge arises, address each one with the gifts of this card. Find your inner strength to confront the fears and feelings that block you from living an expansive life. Now, the more you practice this, the stronger you become. Your spiritual strength will bless you with inner peace and a passion for life. The Strength card gifts you confidence, courage, creativity, faith, patience, and the endurance to release fears and resolve conflicts. It presents you with a solid and reliable source of strength. It can also refer to travel here. It may also refer to you pursuing education. But it refers particularly to you following your dreams and your true destiny. It represents the strength and power of self-love. And with this Strength card, energy, you realize that your true purpose is to evolve every day. Every time you practice this, your being radiates wisdom, truth, and courage. What a fantastic set of cards for you. Well done, Capricorn. That's the way it is for you this month. Well, there it is, your June 2021 reading. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did providing it to you. I'm sure that you did. Now, if you did can you please leave a like? Because the YouTube gods like likes on channels, and it allows other people to enjoy what we enjoy. But look, I love doing that for you, and I think it's going to be a very good month for you. A couple of things to get over, a little bit of a bump here and there, but things moving forward really well. And isn't it interesting how much information can be derived from just looking at the one card? Never ceases to amaze me. But until I see you again next time, remember one thing, and it is this, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.